Good morning, sir. This is Myra May Calamsalinay, BS Cream 2B. This is my video assessment. Number 1. What are personal security measures and what are their purpose? Personal security measures, when applied consistently, personal security measures not only reduce operational vulnerabilities, they can also help build a hugely beneficial security culture at every level of an organization. Robust personnel security helps organizations to employ reliable people, minimize the chances of staff becoming unreliable once they have been employed, detect suspicious behavior, and resolve security concerns once they emerge. Number 2. Why is pre-employment screening important? Pre-employment screening is important to check the proof of identity and address of an employee. In order to know the character of an employee, evidences such as ID or obtained from PSA includes birth certificate or even marriage certificate, and his or her address, where did he or she live. To check the details of education and employment, including the degree of attainment and experience of work. To check criminal records to make sure that company is not hiring like fraudsters, rapists, or anyone charged with any violent crimes. Financial check to check the employee if he or she is having a good state of mind about the ability to manage finances and financial status. To check if there is at least 2 character references to get more deep information about that employee to verify if he or she is good enough. Number 3. Why is it important to practice ongoing personal security? It is important to practice ongoing personal security, to have a screening for the insider threat because some employee has an intention to exploit their legitimate access to assets for unauthorized purposes, and many different individuals are only looking for their own goods. Number 4. What happens during exit procedure? During exit procedure, it is important to address a resignation letter to the right person in the company who is responsible in that matter, so that they will be informed and ask for what valid reasons why he or she wants to leave the company. And if that's so, they will have the next step to take your access or authority in the company for their personnel security. Number 5. What are 3 lines of defense and how they provide physical security? 3 lines of defense is pre-employment. Number 1, pre-employment screening. It provides information about the background of an employee to avoid hiring potential wrongdoers. Number 2, ongoing personal security. It helps the company to have a better understand the potential threats from insiders and then take the appropriate measures to mitigate the risk. Number 3 is the exit procedure or interview. Help identify problems contributing to employee turnover. Number 6. What factors to consider in document and information security? Factors to consider in document and information security. Number 1 is confidentiality. In this context, the data should be available to authorized parties and not disclosed to people who do not require to have an access, and only organized to those who needs to have access. Number 2, integrity. The data here is not tampered with or degraded during or after submission and not been subject to unauthorized modification. And number 3 is the availability. Information should be available to authorized users when it is needed. Number 7. What are the characteristics of information? Characteristics of information. All good information has the following characteristics. Subjectivity. The value and usefulness of information, and highly subjective because what is information for one person may not be for another. Relevance. Information is good only if it is relevant, that is, pertinent and meaningful to the decision maker. Timeliness. Information must be delivered at the right time and the right place to the right person. Accuracy. Information must be free of errors because erroneous information can result in poor decisions and erode the confidence of users. Correct information. Information must be in the right format to be useful to the decision maker. Next is completeness. Information is said to be complete if the decision maker can satisfactorily solve the problem at hand using that information. Accessibility. Information is useless if it is not readily accessible to decision makers in the desired format when it is needed. That's all, sir, and thank you.